Aloha. I'm wondering, there we go. Aloha kako. Oh, it's so good to see all of you here. Thank you so much for coming this afternoon to our University of Hawaii West Oahu University Band concert here at the Michael D. Nakasone Performing Arts Center. What a new fabulous name for this beautiful Performing Arts Center. So if you could all rise, if you are able, we will have the national anthem and Hawaii Pono'i conducted by Mililani High School Band Director, Mr. Derek Ka'apana. Thank you, Mr. Ka'apana and members of the University of Hawaii West Oahu Band. It's so wonderful to be here in person at a live performance, and we're so happy to have our band back and thriving. My name is John Magnuson, and I'm professor of music at the University of Hawaii West Oahu, and I'm just so delighted to be joined by the 117 musicians that you see on stage. Members of the University of Hawaii make up the community musicians as well as the high school students of the band. The band was created in spring of 2014 and rehearsals are held once a week at Pearl City High School. The band is under the direction of maestros Michael D. Nakasone and Chadwick Kamei. The band is open to all students at University of Hawaii West Oahu, students enrolled in the Department of Education's Running Start program, and community members. If you have prior experience on an instrument and you'd like to join the ensemble in the spring, please contact Chadwick Kamei at, and here's his telephone number. He wrote it here, 307-5655. So, mahalo to Mr. Kamei. And I was just made aware that we have some special guests here in our audience, and I'd just like to recognize and thank them for their service. Former Senator Clarence Nishihara in the audience. Mahalo, Senator Nishihara, and Representatives Sam Kong, who I saw just earlier. Thank you so much for your service, both of you. And now, our first selection is The Pathfinder of Panama March by John Philip Sousa. And shortly after the completion of the Panama Canal in 1914, the Sousa Band was invited to perform at the Panama Pacific Exposition. At the request of a reporter for the San Francisco Call, Sousa composed the Pathfinder of Panama March to commemorate the opening of the Panama Canal and dedicated it to the exposition. The Pathfinder, in the title of the march, refers not to an individual, but to the Panama Canal itself, which was an engineering marvel that shortened the ocean voyage between San Francisco and New York by approximately 8,000 miles. And it continues to have an incalculable impact on the shipping of goods and passengers worldwide. Please welcome to the stage Maestro Michael D. Nakasone and the University Band performing John Philip Sousa's The Pathfinder of Panama March. Thank you so much, Maestro Michael Nakasone. So for our next number, Credence by Claude T. Smith, who was a prolific yet sometimes overlooked American composer and public school music teacher. He composed over 180 works, as well as 3 method books for band and orchestra. Credence features nearly all of the instruments in the band, with prominent percussion parts in the snare drum and timpani. From the bright introductory fanfare emerges a somber bassoon cadenza, leading to a reverent chorale. The frenetic finale teeters between energetic, melancholy, and heroic. Smith frequently used meter changes. Meter is like how music is measured. So if you say if a piece is in 3, you could dance a waltz to it because it has a triple meter. And then non-functional harmony he also used, and interesting voicing to create a sound that is emblematic of this era of compositions. And what does that mean, non-functional harmony? That means that harmonies are sounding pretty strange, yeah? After his death, his wife and daughter created Claude T. Smith Publications, LLC, to keep the legacy and the love for his music alive. Conducting Credence by Claude T. Smith is Mr. Andrew Ching, current president of the Oahu Band Directors Association, and also director of bands at Waianae Intermediate School. In 2018, Mr. Ching received his post-baccalaureate degree in music education from the University of Hawaii. Thank you, Mr. Andrew Ching and the University of Hawaii West Oahu Band. Wow, that was fabulous. Our next number is West Side Story Selections by Leonard Bernstein, arranged by Dutoit. Characterized as an American Romeo and Juliet, West Side Story is Leonard Bernstein's greatest work and noted for its extraordinary dance sequences, musical continuity, cohesive plot, and excellent orchestration, with a romantic setting against a background of social and racial and ethnic strife. Bernstein's music reflects the countless emotions which permeate the lyrics. This arrangement includes the songs I Feel Pretty, Maria, Something's Coming, Tonight, One Hand, One Heart, Cool, and America. And now please welcome again your university band under the direction of Michael D. Nakasone. Thank you, Maestro Nakasone and the University of Hawaii West Oahu University Band. Wow, didn't that make you feel like dancing? Beautiful. All right, so for our next number, Echoes by Erica Svano, it was commissioned by the Fergus Falls, Minneapolis Area School District. Echo, and the piece called Echoes celebrates a sprawling Victorian campus called the Kirkbride, which formerly housed the Fergus Falls Regional Treatment Center. The piece reflects nostalgia, conflict, and industriousness. These are three things that were felt by the composer when researching the building and its role in the community. The building has beautiful architecture, but also has fallen into a state of neglect. So the title, Echoes, was inspired by pictures and seeing the beauty that once was in full force under layers of dust and disrepair. Conducting this piece is Ms. Mariko Niosko, Director of Bands at Honouliuli Middle School. Ms. Niosko attended the University of Hawaii and graduated in 2020 with a degree in music education. And she's currently the treasurer for the Oahu Band Directors Association. Please welcome to the stage Ms. Mariko Niosko and the University Band performing Echoes. Thank you so much, Mariko Niosko and the University of Hawaii West Oahu University Band. That was beautiful. So our next number is Children's March, Over the Hills and Far Away by Percy Granger, arranged by Erickson. Now, Percy Granger's Children's March, Over the Hills and Far Away, was composed first for piano. So as you're listening, you might think, what is the piano version like? That was way back in 1916, and then 2 years later, it was arranged for military band in 1918. It was dedicated to Granger's playmate Beyond the Hills. And people have often wondered, who was that playmate beyond the hills? And theories have included, the neighborhood friends, even a certain Karen Holton, a Scandinavian beauty whom Granger had befriended but could never marry due to his mother's protectiveness. So this march utilizes the unique characteristics of each musical instrument, using folk melodies to create the changes in timbre and style. Conducting this selection is Mr. Joseph Nakamoto. Mr. Nakamoto attended the University of Hawaii and graduated in 2021 with a degree in music education. He currently is the director of bands and orchestras at McKinley High School. Please welcome Mr. Joseph Nakamoto. Thank you, Joseph Nakamoto and the University of Hawaii West Oahu University Band. Oh, that was a fun piece. Plenty of keys it went through. And an overprotective mother, I heard. But we won't dwell on that one. Our next piece is called Down a Country Lane by Aaron Copland. On June 29, 1962, Life magazine featured Aaron Copland's composition, Down a Country Lane. Wow, Life magazine. The piece was commissioned by Life in hopes of making quality music available to the common pianist and student. This composition filled a musical gap as it is among the few modern pieces specifically written for young piano students by a major composer. Earlier you heard Leonard Bernstein. He was a student of Aaron Copland. So you might be wondering, Down a Country Lane, what was the composer thinking when he wrote that piece? Was it a sort of reliving going down a country lane? Well, Aaron Copland explained. He said, the music is descriptive only in an imaginative sense, not a literal sense. I didn't think of the title until the piece was finished. Down a Country Lane just happened to fit its flowing quality. So conducting this selection is Mr. Gabriel Choi, Director of Bands at Kalaheo High School. Mr. Choi graduated from the University of Hawaii in 2020 with a degree in music education. And now, please welcome the University Band under the direction of Mr. Gabriel Choi. Thank you, Gabriel Choi. And the University of Hawaii West Oahu University Band. So we're going to take a little moment just to thank you all for coming to this evening's concert. And we'd also like to thank some folks before our final number tonight. We'd like to recognize and thank our music educators, both current and retired, in our ensemble tonight. These teachers represent thousands of students that they instruct every year. Could you please stand, teachers, when your name is called? And audience, if you could please hold your applause until the end. So Nicholas Au from King Intermediate, Ian Kablé from Waialua High and Intermediate, Jason Chin from Ma'ema'e Elementary School, Andrew Ching from Waianae Intermediate, Gabriel Choi from Kalaheo High, Don Christensen, retired, Cheryl Chun, retired, Scott Erickson from Campbell High, Maribel Fernandez from Hawaii Baptist Academy, Chelsea Fujitani Agasa from Aiea Intermediate, Cassie Hatakenaka from Kapolei High School, Donna Hyde-Weiland from Assets School, Lee Ikeda from Aiea High, Derek Kaapana from Mililani High, Tori Kawasaki from Mililani High, Karen Murata, retired, Joseph Nakamoto from McKinley High, Mariko Niosko from Honouliuli Middle, Christopher Otsuka from Pearl City High, Paul Sato, retired, Brad Shimizu from Iolani, Christopher Smith from Kapolei Intermediate, Daniel Toyooka Lim from Highlands Intermediate, Johnny Wines from Punahou, Daniel Zane from Aliumanu Intermediate. Could we give all these wonderful music educators a round of applause? Music educators, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. These folks represent thousands and thousands of students, so it's such an honor to be on stage with them. Our West Oahu University Band was created to provide a place for instrumentalists on the west side of the island to have a band perform in. Through the hard work of directors Chadwick Kamei and Michael D. Nakasone, as well as UH West Oahu faculty and administrators, the University Band was formed in 2014, and a course called Music 410H University Band was created to establish this opportunity for all musicians, including our students on the UH West Oahu campus. We thank Chancellor Maynette Benham, Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs Jeffrey Moniz, Principal Joseph Hoffman, and the many other hands that have made this ensemble a reality. And finally, I'm excited to share that the band is planning its first tour in March of this coming year. Thanks to directors Chadwick Kamei and Michael Nakasone and all of these wonderful musicians you see who have brought the quality of ensemble playing to such a high level, our band has been invited to tour Japan from March 20 to 27, 2023, to play 3 concerts in the Hamamatsu Festival. If you're interested and available to join the group for next year's tour, good thing it's not next week. Or if you know of a donor who might want to support the band on the tour, please contact Mr. Kamei. And here's his telephone number again. 307-5655. Yeah, that's 808. Yeah. So very exciting for our university band. And now our final selection this afternoon is called Armenian Dances by Alfred Reed. And of Reed's more than 80 compositions for band, Armenian Dances remains one of his artistic high points. The piece was commissioned in early 1970s by Harry Begian, director of bands at the University of Illinois, with financial assistance from the Armenian General Benevolent Union. Begian hired Reed to compose a work incorporating some of the over 4,000 Armenian folk melodies. Armenian Dances, Part 1, was completed in 1972. That makes it the 50th anniversary. And it was premiered in January 1973 with Begian conducting. So please welcome to the stage Maestro Chadwick Kamei conducting our university band in Armenian Dances Part 1. Wasn't that beautiful? Maestro Chadwick Kamei and the University of Hawaii West Oahu University Band. Wow. What a finale to this beautiful concert. That was really amazing. How about another round of applause? Wow. So I just want to say thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, evening for our concert. And we hope that you enjoyed yourselves, and we look forward to performing for you again. Could we all please rise and join in singing Hawaii Aloha as we close our concert this afternoon? Mahalo nui. Thank you so much for joining, and ahui ho. Until next time, please drive safely, and we hope to see you soon. Aloha.